Hi, I'm Andy, a collection specialist at Credit Sage, and my goal is to help people learn how they can remove Alpha Recovery Corp from their credit report. And in many cases, without paying the debt at all. So if that's you or someone you know, I'm confident that you're going to walk away from this video knowing what the next best step is to take. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't take action. For example, if you know or believe that Alpha Recovery Corp or any of the other accounts on your credit report are the result of identity theft or have a wrong balance after you've already paid, or any major issues that are seriously affecting your life, you may be owed a settlement. And we work with a network of local attorneys that will work on your behalf at zero cost, win or lose, in addition to getting the accounts deleted permanently. If no issues like that exist and you just want the account removed from your credit report, we can help with that too. Give us a call today. Our number will be in the description area below, so you can find that easily. But what I want to do in this video is I want to go through the most important questions that we get about this company. And the first one that I have here, really important: can you be arrested or get jail time for a debt with Alpha Recovery Corp? So I put this one at the top of the list because we have a lot of callers that are terrified that this could happen. And it makes sense. Few people are taught how credit and debt work in school. I didn't know the answer to this question until I got into the business. And the good news is, unless the debt is related to specifically unpaid taxes or unpaid child support, you cannot be arrested or get jail time. So there's no need to worry about that whatsoever. The amount of the debt doesn't matter either. Okay, I get asked that as well. And really, you could refuse to pay $1,000 or $1 million. It doesn't matter. You won't be arrested or get jail time for that. So now, who is Alpha Recovery Corp and why are they on your credit report? So they're referred to as a debt collector or credit collection agency, and they buy debts, unpaid accounts like credit cards, for example, often for very cheap. And then they try to collect the full amount. Okay. So an example would be, let's imagine, that for whatever reason, you have an unpaid card with Capital One for $1,000. Alpha Recovery Corp could, in theory, come along and buy that debt, but maybe just for $100. Now, they don't try to collect that amount. They try to collect the full $1,000 from you, which gives them a 10x return on their investment. So yeah, these companies can make a lot of money. And damaging your credit score by reporting the debt to your credit report is the primary strategy they have to get you to pay. However, what many people don't know is that paying a debt on your credit report does not remove the account attached to it. Okay, that account will sit there for 7 years, damaging your score, paid or not. So actually, a lot of time, paying isn't in your best interest and can just be a waste of money. In rare cases, paying the debt can even hurt your score. So keep that in mind. In addition to credit reporting, they may send scary letters, call a lot, even calling your family members and colleagues. And I will say, if a collector has ever threatened you or harassed you during non-business hours, you may, again, be owed a lawsuit. So that's another case that you want to give us a call so that we can connect you with a local specialist that will take action quickly. Should you negotiate a settlement with Alpha Recovery Corp? Settling your debt with Alpha Recovery really depends on your goal. Typically, if you're wanting to improve your credit score, paying isn't the best option. Why? Well, because, as I mentioned before, even if you pay that collection, you'll continue to see it on your credit report for 7 years. And that whole time, it's going to continue to damage your score. Instead, we always recommend that you work with an expert like us to review these accounts. And what we do is if certain issues exist with the account, then the accounts can be removed, right? And this is a win-win. You won't have to waste money paying a debt that won't ultimately help your score, and that negative account gets removed from your report. Perfect. Which, of course, is the next question. How do you remove Alpha Recovery Corp from your credit report? So here's how this works. The Fair Credit Reporting Act gives every person the power to challenge information on their report. Now, I will say that the knowledge required to do this is a bit more involved than it might seem. I'm not saying that you shouldn't learn how to do it, but be prepared. It could take weeks, it could take months to really learn how to do it properly. However, you can hire a professional to handle it for you, and then you can ensure that it's done properly the first time. You can save that extra hassle and time learning how to do it yourself, and we're happy to take care of it. We've dealt with Alpha Recovery Corp accounts many times, and I'll say that they regularly have issues, and we've helped numerous clients deal with them. And we'll take care of it for you as well, if you'd rather go that route. How can you get Alpha Recovery Corp to stop calling you? Yeah, so as I mentioned before, Alpha Recovery Corp will be calling you. It's their attempt to collect the debt they've purchased, right? Which ultimately means that the only reason that they'll stop calling you is if you settle your debt with them, or you work with a company like ours to potentially have them removed from your report altogether. Will Alpha Recovery Corp try suing or garnishing my wages? So I get this question a lot too, and another kind of scary thought. And I'll say this: Alpha Recovery Corp suing is unlikely. It can and it does happen. I'll be honest, but in our experience, it's pretty rare. And the reason is there's just a lot of laws around how long they can sue for, what they can do if they win, things like that, and it's just a long process, right? So, however, if we're able to find certain issues with the account, they won't be able to collect it all, which is another benefit of using an expert. What are my rights when dealing with Alpha Recovery Corp? So, quite simply, you have the right to dispute any of your debt that Alpha Recovery Corp has purchased. Alpha Recovery Corp is governed by the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, FDCPA, and as I mentioned before, the Fair Credit Reporting Act, or FCRA. These acts can seem very complicated, but they provide a great deal of power to the consumer if you know how to use it properly. But if you don't have time to research these acts, that's not a problem. Give us a call today. We can discuss your options. Our number is in the description area below. And so thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to talking to you soon.